Why did Jesus call God his Father? Now, if you're like me, maybe you grew up hearing that all the time, God the Father, Jesus the Son. But have you ever stopped and asked why? Like for real, if Jesus is supposed to be God, why is he calling someone else his Father? Was he less than God? Or was he just being humble? Or was it something more? Let's break it down. Lest the Jews tried all the more to kill him, not only because he broke the Sabbath, but he was even calling God his own Father, making himself equal with God. Yeah, let me pause right there. The people didn't want to kill Jesus just because he was healing on the Sabbath. They were mad because he was calling God his Father. And not like, oh, we're all God's children. He meant it in a real, powerful way. He was saying, I come from God. I carry his nature. I'm like him. I'm equal with him. That blew their minds. In their culture, when you say someone is your father, you're saying, I came from them. I'm like them. I carry their name, their power, their identity. So when Jesus said, God is my Father, he was really saying, I and the Father are connected. We're not separate. That's why they picked up stones. They understood exactly what he meant. He wasn't being poetic, he was making a claim of divinity. Let's slow that down. Jesus wasn't just saying God is someone he worships. He was saying God is someone he's in relationship with, like a son to a father. He wasn't created by God like angels or humans. He was with God before time. Calling him Father was Jesus's way of showing origin, nature, and authority. It's like this. When a lion has a cub, that cub might be small, but it's still a lion. It carries the DNA. Same thing, Jesus is the Son, but he's got the same divine nature. John 10, verse 30. I and the Father are one. Now that's a mic drop moment right there. Jesus ain't confused. He's not saying, the Father is higher than me. He said, we are one. One in power, one in purpose, one in spirit. So when Jesus called God his Father, he wasn't lowering himself. He was revealing a heavenly mystery, that he and the Father are connected in a way no one else is. And yet he stayed humble. He prayed to the Father. He followed the Father's will. Why? Because their relationship wasn't about position, it was about unity. Here's the part that's amazing. Jesus didn't just come to show off that he had a close bond with God. He came to share that bond with us. He told his followers, when you pray, say, Our Father. Why? Because through him we get adopted into that same family. He called God Father to show us the way back home. He was like, yeah, you don't have to see God as some faraway power. He wants to be your Father too. So why did Jesus call God his Father? Let's recap. 1. Because he came from God, not created but begotten. 2. Because he carries the same nature. 3. Because it shows relationship, deep, personal, eternal connection. 4. And because he wants you and me to enter that same relationship. Yeah, that's powerful. Jesus didn't just come to preach, he came to reveal the Father and to bring you into that love, that access, that family. So the next time you hear Jesus say Father, don't brush it off. That word carried power, purpose, and a door that opened heaven for you. Stay blessed.